What's up, guys? It's day 105. Ended up zeroing yesterday. Our plan was to resupply right before we got to this Graymoor Spiritual Life Center where we camped at on day 103. But the resupply point that was marked in the book as a full resupply was not even close to a full resupply. I'm not sure why it's marked like that in the book. It's just a gas station. And everything was overpriced, and there just wasn't like there was no way I could fully resupply there. And so luckily Merlin had a friend coming to visit him, which that was the guy with the dog I crossed the Hudson over with. Luckily he had a friend coming to visit him, so they were able to give us a ride to resupply. And he was zeroing that day, and the hotel that he was staying at was only $60, so Dutch and I were like, well, I guess we'll zero. It's convenient enough, and plus I'd kind of been needing a day of rest. So we zeroed in Stony Point, New York on day 104, and now we're back on the trail. Got a little bit of a late start. Gonna be doing like a, I think 19 miles to RPH shelter. I think that's an acronym for something, probably some guy's name. But at this shelter you can order pizza too, so we may do that. But yeah, today is like a really nice day. Yesterday was actually a little chilly. It was really windy. It was in the 60s, I believe. And it's probably in the low 70s now with a nice cool breeze. So it's great hiking weather. Yeah, I think that's all for the updates. I'll probably see y'all at the shelter tonight. So I got kind of a late start at the RP8 shelter. I wanted to make a video there, but kind of forgot, so I just got that picture. It was really cool, 3-sided brick with bunks inside of it. And then there's a couple pizza places that delivered, and a Chinese place, so I got some Chinese food because I'm absolutely tired of pizza. But so I slept in till like 8:40, which out here is like sleeping in till noon. But as you can see, it's raining pretty hard out in the distance. I think I'm gonna take a screenshot and show you all the radar. It's just north of us. People in New Hampshire and Vermont are probably getting rained on right now. But I'm just looking at it, hoping it doesn't develop this far down. I'm kind of walking into it too, so I don't know, fingers crossed. It's kind of hot today, so I'll probably just take my shirt off and walk through it. It'll probably be kind of nice. But doing like 16.8, don't know the name of the shelter, but it's gonna get us within like 22 miles of Connecticut. Actually, we'll enter Connecticut tomorrow, and then I have new shoes in Kent, Connecticut, which is only like 22 miles away. So that'll be the last pair. These are going pretty strong. As you can see, my French fry gators that I got in, where'd I get these? I don't know. Oh, Delaware Water Gap. This is where I got these. But yeah, these have like 700 miles on them. Gonna have like 750 by the time they're done in Kent, Connecticut. So highly recommend the Wildcats. I'm gonna be able to do this on just 3 pairs, and I could honestly have done it with less. These actually held up really well in Pennsylvania. I know some people's got absolutely destroyed and they had to get some towards the end of Pennsylvania. But yeah, I'm just gonna be cruising the rest of the day. Maybe update y'all later. So it did end up raining on me. That 50% chance turned to 100 real quick. I looked at the hourly update and it was like 50% chance, and then 0. Then I looked at the radar. I'm like, that is not right. This is coming right for us. And it rained for probably a solid 2 hours. But luckily, the sun has come out. It's about 3:30 now, and I'm almost to the shelter. So maybe get to dry our stuff out a little bit. I don't know, I'm feeling like tenting tonight, so hopefully there's some good tent spots at this shelter. But tomorrow we're gonna be doing like 21 miles to get to a shelter just outside of Kent, Connecticut. So we're gonna be entering Connecticut tomorrow. Gonna be able to mark another state down. So that's pretty nice. May update y'all later. Probably not. I'm just gonna do, you know, normal things whenever you get to camp. Put your stuff up, eat, and go to sleep. So there's not much action after this part of the day. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. What's up, guys? It's day 107. Just walking along this boardwalk through this swamp. Pretty neat. We're in a valley right now. As you can see, that ridge behind us. We weren't on it for very long, but you can actually see the ridge that we're gonna climb up on over there. Yeah, we stayed at Telephone Pioneer Shelter last night. There's only like 5 people there in the shelter. I think like 3 people tenting. And we're gonna be doing 21 to the shelter right before Kent, Connecticut. But yeah, today's our last day in New York. It kind of flew by. It was a little under 100 miles, I believe. And not sure how long it took us to do it, but sure didn't feel like long. So we're gonna be crossing into Connecticut. We're only in Connecticut for like 2.5 days, and then we're gonna be in Massachusetts. So that's pretty awesome. These next couple states aren't very long, so we're gonna be cranking them out pretty quickly, and then getting into Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, which I'm really excited for those. But here's this train station I've seen pictures of. Oh, my pole. It's not very much. I'm pretty sure you can go into New York from here. I think the trains run on the weekends. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I think that's all for the updates. I'll see y'all later. Finally got some trail magic that isn't empty. Got candy and nuts, and there's even ibuprofen in there, and some Cokes and Sprite. Heck yeah. What's up, guys? So I'm in Connecticut now. I'm a couple miles past 10 Mile River Shelter. It was really pretty hiking along the 10 Mile River, I guess. But yeah, I'm only like 5 or 6 miles from the shelter. I'm just walking along this gravel road, and some guy actually just stopped and gave me his chips and a cookie. So that was really awesome. Here comes another car. But lots of day hikers near the 10 Mile River. And lots of cars around here too. I don't know. I guess everybody's swimming in the river. It's a Sunday, so this probably should be expected. But Connecticut's been really pretty. And I've only been in it for like maybe 5 miles. But it's weird how, you know, every time you switch a state, it seems to really switch like the terrain really quickly. And I'm really excited for the states to come. You know, Connecticut, the saying on that board was like the gateway to New England, and really pumped for that. Connecticut's not very long though, so we're gonna be in and out in probably like 2.5 days, and then we're in Mass for a little while, and then, you know, the final 3, which are probably gonna be the toughest. Just the profile on the AT guide looks insane, so it should be fun. Like I said, 5 miles from the shelter. Maybe update y'all later, maybe not. But I'll see y'all later. So we're leaving Kent, Connecticut now. It's 11 o'clock on the dot. We went to Backcountry Outfitters, and I picked up my package from my grandparents, which they put so much food in. I appreciate it. I gave Dutch some of it,
yeah,
and he actually made.
Thank you, grandparents.
Yeah, he actually made a video of when I had it all laid out, and it's a ton of food.
It's ridiculous. I've never seen so much food.
My pack has never been heavier. My shoes were supposed to be there, but they weren't. So gonna be putting some extra miles on these bad boys, but they're probably gonna show up later today. So I just got filled out a whatever it's called that you ship packages with. I filled out a label, and I'm gonna have them bumped up to somewhere in Massachusetts. But yeah, we have like 17.5 miles to do, and it's 11 o'clock already. So yeah, we're gonna be hiking a little bit later into the day. But yeah, see you later. So it's day 109. Got a pretty cool view here. It's about 10 o'clock. Connecticut finally feels like we're in the mountains again. Since like Pennsylvania, Harper's Ferry, we've just been doing lots of ridge walking. There hadn't been very many climbs, but now it finally is kind of getting back into the swing of old things. It's like we're back in Georgia or North Carolina. But I'd been hearing cars for like the past 2 miles, like not just ordinary cars, like race cars. And I thought it was maybe just people ripping it on the street, but I could like hear them like slowing down and downshifting a lot. And I was like, huh, I'm in Connecticut, is that Lime Rock? And sure enough, at the Lime Rock down there, you can barely see the cars. I can't really make out what kind of cars they are, but they sound pretty cool. It's cool actually seeing a racetrack that I've like only raced on in video games, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing like I think 19 miles today, and that's gonna get us right before the border of Connecticut and Mass. So today's our last day in Connecticut. It was only like, I think it's only like 40 something miles, so a pretty short state. And then Mass is a little under 100, so that's a pretty short state as well. But yeah, excited for Massachusetts. We actually get above 3,000 feet for the first time in a long time on Mountain Graylock in Mass, so that should be cool. Beautiful weather. The forecast for the next like 10 days is just like this, sunny, upper 70s. And it's just, we've been having like the nicest breeze all day. So it's really great hiking, and I'll catch y'all later on. $1,500 miles down, less than 700 to go. Counting down. It's crazy. I don't know, 1,500. It's a pretty big number. We were talking, I don't remember who with or where it was, but how like the first 100 was like such a big deal, and it felt like it took, you know, a pretty long time to get. But now it's like every 100 happens like every like 5 to 7 days. Like we're just cranking them out at this point. Every 100 doesn't really matter, but 1,500, that's a pretty big one. So that's pretty cool. And less than 700 to go. I mean, that's like Georgia to Daleville, less than. So, you know, it's crazy only having this little bit left, which is crazy saying this little bit, which is 689 miles. But just in the grand scheme of, you know, the big goal, it's not too much left. Over 2/3 of the way done. Yeah, feeling pumped, ready to keep on trucking. So I'm like 3 miles out from the shelter. I'll be getting there around 4:30, maybe 5, and gonna be relaxing. There's a pretty cool view there apparently, so that'll be cool. Maybe update y'all later, maybe not. But catch you tomorrow. So it's the morning of day 110, about 9:30. This is the last climb in Connecticut. Got a pretty sick view. Over there, that's Mass. Got a pretty cool like pile of rocks up here. Thought it had marked in the book that there was a tower up here. So maybe this is the remnants of the tower. Not really sure. But this is Bear Mountain. Last one in Connecticut. We got a pretty steep downhill, and then we're in Mass, like probably like halfway down the downhill. So what does that say? This monument marks the highest ground in Connecticut. Okay, we're at 2,351 feet. Built in 1886. Huh. So yeah, that is the remnants of a tower. I didn't know this was the highest point in Connecticut. That's pretty cool. So yeah, gonna be going into Great Barrington, Massachusetts today. It's gonna be like an 18-mile day. Then there's a free campground, and you can pay like $5 to use their facilities, which includes access to a pool, a sauna, and something else, but I forgot. But pool and sauna sounds pretty cool. So gonna probably be able to do some swimming. Oh, and we get a shower. That's the big one, because I smell really bad. But yeah, loved Connecticut. Pumped to be in Mass. So I'll probably see y'all at the border. Well, unfortunately, the border isn't marked going into Massachusetts, but the guidebook says it's 50 yards north of the Paradise Lane Trail. So I'm gonna take y'all about 50 yards and I'll be in Mass. Hate that it's not marked. Just about every other state's been marked. Gonna take y'all a little bit farther just to make sure I'm in Massachusetts. Alright, I'd say that's 50 yards. Woo! Massachusetts. So now we're in Mass for about, I think it's like 95 miles. It's under 100, I know that. So another week in Massachusetts, and then Vermont. After Mass is gonna be like, leaving Mass is gonna be a big, at least for me, gonna be a pretty big milestone, because then you only have 3 left: Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. So that's gonna be really exciting. Looking forward to it. Another beautiful day. So I'll see y'all later. Gotta make this one quick, but we made it to Great Barrington, to the tent site. There's Dutch's tent, Cheeky Monkey, Lumberjack, but the center's just behind that wall of bushes. So we're gonna get a shower, get something to eat. So yeah, this is the last clip of the video. So thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.